Hello, once again, welcome to our Mathematics 6 Week 5 lesson. This time, ang bibigyan natin ng emphasis ay ang learning task number 2 about the relationship of speed, distance, and time. If you are ready, then let us now begin. Once again, ito yung formula na ating gagamitin in computing speed, distance, and time. Pag sinabing speed, it is distance over time. Pag sinabi namang distance, speed times time. At pag time, distance over speed. So, dapat tandaan natin itong tatlong ito. Upang sa gayon, hindi tayo mahirapan pagko-compute ng problem regarding speed, distance, and time. Example, Jana cycles 20 miles on her bike in 2 hours and 30 minutes. Calculate her average speed in miles per hour. So very obvious na sa problem na to, ang nawawala ay speed. So paano nga natin kukunin ang speed? Our formula ay distance over time. Now, to solve this problem, i-identify muna natin ano ba yung given. So, meron tayo ditong 20 miles. Okay? So, itong 20 miles, ito yung sinasabi nating distance. So, itapat na natin. Okay? Our distance is what? 20 miles. Okay? While the given time, what's the given time? We have 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now, so happen na meron ulit tayo ditong 30 minutes. So, i-convert natin itong minutes into hour. Sabi natin before, pag sinabing 30 minutes, upang ma-convert natin into hour, we need to multiply this by 1 hour, okay, over 60 minutes. Kasi nga, sabi natin, sa bawat oras, merong 60 minutes. So, we can cancel this unit minutes, and then meron na lang tayong 30 over 60, which so happen na yung 30 and 60 can be canceled by 30. So, this will become 1, while this will become 2. Okay, kapag i-divide sila by 30. And 1/2, or 1 divided by 2, again, in decimal, syempre pa 1 divided by 2 is what cannot be. Then put a decimal point, then add 0. We have now 10 divided by 2. So the answer is 5. And 5 times 2, the answer is 10. Subtract 10 from 10, the difference is 0. Meaning to say 30 minutes is equivalent to 0.5 hour. Therefore, instead of 2 hours and 30 minutes, we'll be using what? 2.5 hours. Bakit siya naging 2.5 hours? 2 hours plus 0.5 hour ay di 2.5 hours. So our problem now is 20 miles divided by 2.5 hours. So this time, let us get the quotient of what? 20 divided by 2.5. Okay, so 2.5. Again, meron tayong decimal point involved sa labas. We need to move this point one place to the right. Sa loob, mag-a-add tayo ng isang 0. So, our new problem now is 200 divided by 25. So, kung hindi natin kayang i-determine kaagad, pwede tayong gumamit ng continuous addition. Saan? Sa 25. Kasi yun ang ating given divisor. So, 25 plus 25, of course, the sum is 50. So, that is the sum. And then plus another 25. The sum is 75. Okay? Then plus another 25. So, the sum is 100. And since we are looking for 200, ay didoblehin lang natin ito. Kung ilan ito? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 4. Pag dinoble natin, that is 8. So, the answer here is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Carry 4. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 4. So that is 20. So subtract 200 from 200. The difference is 0. Meaning to say, our answer here is what? 8 miles per hour. And this is our what? Unknown what? Speed. Ayos? Okay. Problem number 1. Elena drives for 3 hours at 44 miles per hour. Claire drives 144 miles in 4 hours. How far would Elena travel if she drove for 3 hours at the same speed as Claire? Okay. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan malaman natin ang speed ni Claire. Ano? Upang sa gayon, malaman natin yung kasagutan dito sa tanong na how far would Elena travel if she drove for 3 hours at the same speed as Claire. So, alamin natin ang speed ni Claire. Kung kay Claire, sabi dito, Claire drives 144 miles. Okay? So, dahil merong 144 miles, yun ang ating gagamitin ditong speed, which is equal to distance over time. So, yung 144 miles, ano yun? That is distance. Ano? Kaya meron tayong 144 miles. Okay? And then in 4 hours, so over time, so we have here over 4 hours. Okay? So, sabi natin, 144 miles in 4 hours ay i-divide natin. So, that is 144 divided by 4. So, we have 14 divided by 4. That is 3. And 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract 12 from 14. The difference is 2. Then bring down 4. It is 24 divided by 4. So the answer is 6. And 6 times 4, the answer is 24. Subtract 24 from 24. So ang sagot, 0. Ibig sabihin, ang speed ni Claire ay 36 miles per hour. Okay? Now, going back dun sa tanong, how far would Elena travel if she drove for 3 hours at the same speed as Claire? So, ibig sabihin, kung ang speed ni Claire ay 36 miles per hour, so from the formula distance equals speed times time, so our speed is 36, okay, 36 miles per hour. And then multiplied by the given time, 3 hours. Okay? So, syempre pa, makakancel dito yung unit na hour. Bakit na-cancel? Kasi kung i-rewrite natin siya, it's 36 miles, okay, para makita lang natin, per hour, multiplied by 3 hours. Okay? So, na-cancel natin. Kung ito halimbawa, so na-cancel. So 36 miles times 3. So what is 36 times 3? Multiply natin. 36 times 3. At first, we have 3 times 6. That is 18. Carry 1. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1. So it is 10. So the answer is 108. So it's 108 miles. So ibig sabihin, ang matatravel ni Elena kapag ginamit niya yung speed ni Claire ay 108 miles. So, gets natin? Okay? Ayos. Problem number 2. Janet and Andrew leave their home at the same time. Janet has 60 miles to travel and drives at 40 miles per hour. Andrew have 80 miles to travel and also drives at 40 miles per hour. Question, how long does Janet's journey take? So, ang i-compute lang natin this time ay yung time travel ni Janet. Kung siya ay kinakailangang mag-travel 60 miles with a speed of 40 miles per hour. So, sabi natin, to compute time, that is distance over speed, di ba? So, therefore, in this problem, ang distance ay 60 miles. Tama? So, we have 60 miles. Okay? And then the speed used ay 40 miles per hour. So that is 40 miles, okay, per hour. So ito na, para direct tayo. And now this will become what? 60 miles times the reciprocal r over 40 miles. Okay? So we can cancel miles here. And 60 over 40, pwede natin siyang i-lowest term by 20. So this will become what? 3. 60 divided by 20 is 3. And 40 divided by 20 is 2. So we have now 3 over 2. So let us divide 3 by 2. So 3 divided by 2, of course, the answer is 1. And that is 2. Subtract 2 from 3. The difference is 1. Then put a decimal point. Then add 0. Bring down 0. So we have now 10 divided by 2. So the answer is 5. And 5 times 2, the answer is 10. Of course, subtract 10 from 10 will give us a difference of 0. Therefore, our answer here is 1.5 hour or hours. Okay? So, ang sagot sa tanong na how long does Janet's journey take? The answer is 1.5 hours. So, this is it. Okay, so this time, in connection dun sa ating problem kanina regarding Janet and Andrew, so eto pa rin yun. Pero, ang tanong, how much longer does Andrew spend driving than Janet? So, this time, kung nalaman natin kanina na si Janet ay inabot ng 1.5 hours. Okay, so eto, yung kay Janet kanina ay inabot ng 1.5 hours, di ba? So ngayon, alamin natin kung gaano naman katagal aabutin yung travel ni Andrew to reach 80 miles, okay? With the same speed na 40 miles per hour. So tingnan natin, time is equivalent to distance over speed. So sabi natin, ang given distance for Andrew na kailangang i-travel ay 80 miles. And then, ang kanyang i-apply na speed ay same speed na kung saan ay 40 miles per hour. Okay, so that is 40 miles per hour. So from here, 80 miles times the reciprocal r over 40 miles. Tama? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, cancel yung miles. And then, if you look at 80 and 40, pwede siyang ma-lowest term by 40. So, 80 divided by 40, the answer is 2. And 40 divided by 40, the answer is 1. So, very obvious, we have now 2 over 1. Or simply, so sabi natin, it's 2 over 1 or simply 2 hours. Ibig sabihin, ito yung time travel na kailangan ni Andrew. Now, ano nga ulit ang tanong? How much longer does Andrew spend driving than Janet? So, isubtract natin ngayon. So, from 2 hours, okay, isubtract natin yung time travel by Janet na 1.5 hours. So, we have this 2.0 minus 1.5. Ano? 0 minus 5, of course, cannot be. Borrow 1 from this. Sana whole number 2. So, 0 will become 10. And 2 will become what? 1. And 10 minus 5 here is 5. Then, copy the decimal point. Then, 1 minus 1 is 0. So, the answer is 0.5 R. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ano naman itong 0.5 R? Pwede natin itong gawing OR. Pwede natin i-multiply ng 60 times 0.5. That will give us 0 and then 30. So, ibig sabihin, this is equivalent to 30 minutes. Ano? So, kung ang tanong ay oras, pwedeng ang sagot ay 0 0.5 hour. Pero pwede natin siyang i-convert into minutes na kung saan ay 30 minutes. So ito ating tamang sagot. Either 0.5 hour or 30 minutes long.